All right, let's talk about the future. I mean, the real future of our wireless networks. We're going to dive into a technology that promises to make things not just a little bit faster, but fundamentally, mind-blowingly different. We're talking about quantum technology and how it's set to completely reboot 5G and the 6G networks of tomorrow.
So here's what we're going to cover. First up, we'll get a handle on what quantum technology even is. Then, we'll get into the really cool stuff, how it can make our networks unhackable, ridiculously smart, and hyper-aware. And we'll wrap it all up with what's called the quantum advantage. Sound good? Let's jump in.
Okay, first things first. Before we can talk about how quantum is going to change everything for 5G and 6G, we've got to understand the basics. We need to unlock the power of the strange and wonderful subatomic world. So what is it really? Well, basically, quantum technology is about playing by a whole new set of rules, the rules of quantum mechanics. We're harnessing the bizarre physics of the super small to build tech that can do things our classical computers couldn't even dream of. It's a new paradigm. And it's all built on a few key ideas that are, well, they're a little weird, but stick with me.
Okay, first up, superposition. You know how a normal computer bit is either a 0 or a 1? Simple. A quantum bit, or a qubit, is way cooler. It can be a 0, a 1, or, and here's the crazy part, both at the exact same time. The best analogy is a spinning coin. While it's spinning, it's not heads or tails. It's kind of both. That ability to exist in multiple states at once is what gives quantum computers their unbelievable horsepower. Next, we've got entanglement. This is the one that even Albert Einstein found bizarre. He called it spooky action at a distance. Imagine you have two particles that are linked. Their fates are tied together. If you check on one and see what it's doing, you instantly know what the other one is doing, even if it's on the other side of the universe. It's an instant, perfect connection, and it's a huge deal for future communications.
And finally, the measurement principle. See, in our normal world, looking at something doesn't change it. But in the quantum world, you're never just a passive spectator. The very act of observing a quantum state forces it to, well, to pick a side. It's like that spinning coin finally landing on heads or tails just because you looked at it. Now that might sound like a problem, but it's actually its greatest strength. And it is the absolute key to our first big application, creating unhackable networks.
Okay, so we've got these weird, mind-bending rules. So what? How does this actually help our wireless networks? Well, let's start with something huge, creating communication channels that are literally unbreakable.
The magic here is something called quantum key distribution, or QKD. Remember how we said just looking at a quantum state changes it? Well, that's the secret sauce. Imagine sending a secret encryption key using these quantum particles. If any hacker or eavesdropper tries to intercept it and take a peek, bam! They automatically change the state of those particles. The system sees that change instantly and knows someone's listening in. It's a security system with a foolproof alarm that goes off before anyone can steal anything.
And you can see why this is such a game changer, right? We're not just talking about your social media password. Think bigger. Think about entire fleets of self-driving cars that need to communicate without fail. Think about top-secret military communications, or the smart healthcare systems that hold all of our private medical data. For that kind of stuff, pretty good security just isn't good enough. It has to be perfect.
Okay, so quantum gives us ironclad security. That's awesome, but it doesn't stop there. It can also make our networks incredibly smart and lightning fast. The kind of complexity we're expecting with 6G. Billions of devices all chattering at once. It's a logistical nightmare. Our current computers are just going to hit a wall. But for a quantum computer, that kind of complexity is just another Tuesday. This is where that superposition superpower really shines. Because a quantum computer can explore all possible solutions to a problem at the same time, it can find the absolute best one in an instant. Think about trying to route all the data traffic in a massive city. A classical computer has to check paths one by one. A quantum computer looks at every single possible path simultaneously and just picks the perfect one. This makes everything, resource allocation, traffic routing, you name it, wildly more efficient.
Now, what happens when you take that quantum speed and you pair it with AI? You get quantum machine learning. This is like giving our future networks their own super intelligent brain. A brain that can organize itself, predict when a component is about to fail and fix it ahead of time, and cleverly figure out the best way to share our airwaves so everyone gets a fast connection.
All right, so we've covered security and optimization. The third massive area where quantum is set to make a splash is in sensing and management, basically giving our networks superhuman senses.
It turns out quantum effects can be used to build sensors that are ridiculously precise. We're talking about measuring time and location with a level of accuracy we've just never had before. Why does that matter? Well, think about something like remote surgery over a 6G network. You need that connection to be perfectly in sync, with absolutely zero lag. This also means we can finally get GPS that works perfectly indoors. No more getting lost in a giant shopping mall or airport.
And think about our wireless airwaves, the spectrum, as a giant highway. Right now, it's getting really, really crowded. Quantum-assisted algorithms act like the ultimate air traffic control system. They can spot every tiny open lane and route data through it with incredible efficiency. This isn't just a nice-to-have. For the massive data demands of 6G, this kind of hyper-efficient management is absolutely essential.
So, we've walked through how quantum can secure, optimize, and sense our networks. Let's pull all that together now. What's the big payoff? What do we get at the end of the day? Let's talk about the quantum advantage.
Here's the bottom line. Quantum technology means we get ultra-secure communication that's fundamentally tamper-proof. It gives us networks that can optimize themselves on the fly faster than we can blink. It delivers the kind of rock-solid reliability and near-zero delay that critical applications need. And it lays the groundwork for networks that are truly intelligent and can pretty much run themselves. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a revolution for our connected world. We are standing on the edge of a completely new era in communications. So I'll leave you with a question to chew on. When you think about all the little frustrations of our digital lives, whether it's that annoying buffering wheel, worrying about your data security, or just slow speeds, what's the one problem you are most excited for quantum technology to finally solve for good? Pretty cool to think about. Thanks for watching.